If you're thinking about starting an Amazon business in 2024, then utilize my exact strategy that I did last year to make over $1.2 million with my Amazon business. Now, this is something that you can literally just copy and paste so you can make an extra $2,000 to $5,000 every single month. But this is going to eliminate a lot of the fog that you might have about getting started. And I'm going to run through the exact type of products you should be selling so that way you can maximize your chances of being successful. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Cannell-Cohen. I'm an Amazon dropshipping coach, but I've also been running my own Amazon store for the past 4 years. Now, with that, I've also been very experienced in coaching other people how to start and scale their own Amazon businesses. Right now, I've helped 371 people. But the first things that you're going to need to get started with an Amazon business is pretty simple. First, you're going to need to be above the age of 18. But after that, you need to be living in either Canada, the UK, or the USA in order for you to be able to have access to the top performing marketplaces out there. Now, after that, Amazon's also going to ask you for some sort of like government issued ID. Typically, this could be your passport or it could be your driver's license as well. And then lastly, obviously, you're going to need some sort of laptop to be able to run your Amazon business. Now, I've done over $1.2 million last year in 2023 by following everything I'm about to show you inside of this video, so make sure you're taking notes. Now, for some reason, a lot of people like to overcomplicate what an Amazon dropshipping business truthfully is, so let me clarify things for you in 4 simple ways. First, you're going to need your suppliers. Okay, your suppliers are going to be the people that are going to ship the products directly to the customer's doorstep. You don't need to have any warehouse of your own. You're already leveraging the systems and infrastructure of these suppliers, and you're simply an intermediary. You're a middleman. Now, your suppliers are going to give you access to their inventory. They're going to give you access to maybe hundreds or even thousands of different products that you need to sift through. And that leads to the third point where this all boils down to your product research. You got to be able to understand what sells and what doesn't sell on Amazon, which is truthfully just how you make money. But when it comes to your product research, you just basically have to buy low and sell high. So you have to find products from your suppliers that are selling products on Amazon at a higher price. So that way, if you buy something for $50 and you resell it for $100, the difference is going to be your net profit. Now, lastly, this is where everything comes full circle, where you're never going to have to put yourself in a position where you're going to lose money. Now, I know there's a lot of online businesses out there that are talking about, significant risk. Well, the reason why I decided to get into this as a broke university student, which I ended up dropping out of school because of my Amazon business, was simply because there's no risk associated with this business model. So let's say, for example, if you decide to list a pack of 12 pens on Amazon, you're never buying the product beforehand. So even if that product doesn't sell on Amazon, you're losing nothing whatsoever. But the moment that that product does sell, you're going to be able to have your customer's information, you're going to forward it to your supplier's side, and then what will end up happening, your supplier can ship the product directly to the customer's doorstep without you ever needing to ever touch the item, and you just collect the profit. So no ads, no warehouse, no bulk orders, no sort of website, none of that stuff. But now let's get into the biggest part about this whole entire Amazon dropshipping business is understanding what types of products you should be selling. Now, everybody online is going to be talking about having a niche store when it comes to dropshipping is the way to go. But that's extremely false, and I don't believe that you should be doing that. So first, let me start off by clarifying that there's 2 types of stores when it comes to your dropshipping business. You have a low ticket store and then you have a high ticket dropshipping store. Now, the difference between the two is the relative price points, the profit margins on percentages, and the profit margins in terms of dollar amount as well. So a low ticket store is going to roughly have an average price point about $50. But a high ticket dropshipping store is going to have an average price point of about, let's say, $500. To demonstrate the differences between the profit margins on percentages and dollar amount, I created this chart. So let's say if you have a low ticket dropshipping store, if you sell something for $50, most likely your profit margin is going to be about 25%, which ultimately means that you're going to be making about $12.50 in net profit after your Amazon fees. But on the contrary, when you have a high ticket dropshipping store and you sell something for $500, your profit margin is only going to be about 10%. But your net profit in terms of the dollar amount is actually going to be $50. So obviously, at a glance, the high ticket dropshipping store is going to be the best store because you're making more money. But if you do this, then you might going to be running into some issues because a high ticket dropshipping store is not suited for just about anybody. So the store type is extremely dependent on the amount of money that you actually have to work with. Now, if you have less than $1,000 in working capital or available credit, then the optimal scenario for you is going to be sticking with a low ticket dropshipping store. Don't get me wrong, low ticket dropshipping stores are extremely profitable. Take a look at one of my students here, Christian, right? He has a low ticket dropshipping store and he's pumping out thousands of units every single day with his Amazon business. Now, if you have more than $1,000 to be able to work with, whether it's working capital, available credit, then what would be an optimal scenario is to head towards a high ticket and a low ticket store. Now, what I refer this as is a hybrid Amazon dropshipping business. This is the exact strategy that I used in 2023 to make $1.2 million with my Amazon storefront, is by selling a mixture of both low ticket items and also high ticket items. So I'm getting the best of both worlds. I have the volume coming in with my Amazon business by selling numerous of units every single day, but I'm also making tons of profit by having my high ticket items sell as well. So no matter what store type you choose to pursue, either one is going to be profitable for you. But what's important is that you choose one and then you stick to one until you know you're in a position where you can diversify yourself into a low ticket, high ticket dropshipping store. Otherwise, as I call it, as an Amazon hybrid store. Now, like I said, I've coached numerous of different types of people over the years, and I've worked with people who have low ticket stores and high ticket stores. I've worked with people who have only low ticket stores and only high ticket stores. No matter what the difference is, what's important is that you have some sort of guidance and some sort of game plan on what approach you're going to utilize. Because the thing is, if you fail to plan, then all you're doing is planning to fail. It's relatively simple. So now that you understand the differences between a low ticket and a high ticket dropshipping store and what my strategy is, in the next video, I'm going to be talking about exactly whether or not you should be starting either a niche dropshipping store or a general dropshipping store, which seems to be one of the biggest questions when it comes to starting an Amazon business in 2024. So if you're watching this video, you can literally start right now. You don't need to spend money on ads. You don't need to build a website. You don't got to show your face or do any of that stuff. Selling on Amazon in 2024 is one of the easiest ways that anybody can get started into the online space. But more specifically, Amazon dropshipping is the least riskiest route that anybody can be able to take when it comes to starting an online business and maximizing your upward potential of actually being successful. Now, if you need help starting your dropshipping business, if you want more of my one-on-one guidance, or if you want to even join my school community, all you got to do is check the description down below, and that way you can be able to get the guidance that you need to make sure that you're successful with your new journey on Amazon. I'll also be coming out with a brand new video about general dropshipping versus niche dropshipping and which ones you should choose in 2024. Now, if you got value from this video, all I would simply ask for you to do is simply smash that like button. Please subscribe and don't forget to turn on your post notifications, because these next upcoming videos are literally going to set you up for success when it comes to your new Amazon dropshipping business in 2024. And also, if you want to chime in on what topics you want me to cover in the next upcoming videos, drop them in the comments down below and I'll make sure to take them into consideration.